Okay, Scorpio, I'm going to see who's in no contact with you and why. Okay, I'll get a couple of cards from the tarot deck. I'll find out why and I'll get you some advice. Okay, so let's see if we can work out who it is. Spirit guides, who is in no contact with Scorpio and why? The Chariot and the Moon. Something that has gone on pause or that was stuck, it wasn't growing or developing, and you actually don't know why. Maybe they got cold feet or you got cold feet. For some reason it's on pause, it's stuck. You've plateaued, it's not even that, it's everything's kind of like halted or the person disappeared. And you don't know why, or if you feel like powerless to control the direction of this and you don't know why. Let's get some other clues. Health. Oh dear. Is somebody not well? Could be physical or mental health issues. Sometimes people we love get poorly, like really poorly. Or you don't know what's going on with them and mental health comes into it. Is there another one for this one? Move on. Someone is unavailable, a waste of time, it's over. Heartbroken. I feel that you're upset, you're heartbroken. Someone's put the brakes on this, or they are desperately unwell, like terminally unwell, or you know, mental health problems like anxiety, depression, PTSD, something that makes them not functional, bipolar, you know, like something that takes over day-to-day life. It would be something that would inhibit this person having the capacity to pour into a relationship and think of others outside of their immediate needs. It says deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. That's super sad. You will be okay eventually, but I know that doesn't really help in the immediate. Let's get you some advice. Wondrous universe. I told you, like, you know, they're pointing towards being optimistic. Take yourself out to the wider picture. Think about your entire lifetime, which could be, you know, anything between, you know, $80 years or more. Some people get less than that, but you need to live each day. You know, it's a roller coaster, and I know it is, but you know, look at the shape of this path. It's ups and downs, it's ebbs and flows. Life is really tough at times, and at times it's wondrous and wonderful, and you think you're never going to feel good again. But there's times where you feel okay, and there's times where you feel ecstatic, and sometimes you feel guilty feeling like that afterwards. if it's not possible to be with someone because they're physically unwell, and it's become more like a carer relationship, for example, you know, you're not a bad person for wanting a healthy, you know, active relationship with someone, or a relationship that you can build and move forward with. Like, that's just shit circumstances. It's not that you're a bad person and you don't sacrifice yourself. If you're like already married and settled down with them, that's different. But if you, do you know what I mean? If like, this is someone that you've been dating and you find out they're extremely unwell, or, you know, maybe they've got mental health problems. Sometimes things are just bigger than what you can sort out, or when they've finished going through what they're going through, they'll be in touch. But I think you gotta let their like family, haven't you, and their friends like support them to heal whatever isn't right. If it's mental health, they probably need to see a GP. And you know, it's just whether they've got the capacity to actually like have a functional, healthy relationship, because some people, you know, they're that damaged or hurt that they can't. It's telling you, you know, like, it's like, well, it's telling me that you having to move on. So, you know, I know of a few situations where someone's had a really serious health problem and they're not themselves anymore, or life as they knew it is never going to be the same, and you're looking at a total different outlook, and it's very difficult to move on from, because you feel quite angry at the universe for causing that, you know. But tragedy can strike. I don't feel like the person's died, but I do feel like something that wasn't supposed to happen happened, and it stopped this in its tracks. That's awful. Make sure you reach out to friends and think about your actions, because you can be quite knee-jerk when you're feeling extremely emotional. Also, if you don't know why this person's disappeared, it possibly is mental health, because who behaves like that? And a lot of people do, but their reasons for it, they probably don't even understand. They might even be projecting and blaming you and not taking accountability. You know, like, when they're sort of thinking about this, they might not even be able to kind of like take accountability or culpability for self-sabotaging or whatever, because that's an ingrained behaviour that people aren't even aware they're doing. It's a subconscious behaviour. But it's, for whatever reason, it's saying this has come to an end and you're heartbroken, because you know that it's like a situation where you have to move on. And it will make you unwell if you try to like understand why someone else is doing stuff that they don't even understand why you're doing it. Even though you might get it, it doesn't mean you like it or it's making you feel good. Coping with it, so just bear that in mind. Protect your peace. I'm not even saying you have to be with someone else. I'm just saying, like, only give this the amount of time. You know, you can say like something tragic had happened to someone and they're terminally ill or something. You can be upset. You can say, why would God do this? You know, but you're going to have to give yourself a break from thinking about it for periods. And I mean, for several hours, try to think about other stuff, because you actually can't. Your health is at risk then of like ruminating on why something's happened the way it has. You know, it feels out of your hands, and so you feel very angry, very resentful. But The situation is what it is, and Spirit's saying that's unlikely to change. So for your own safety, for your own well-being, for your own, no one deserves to be miserable. And if you're not in control of it, you're going to have to find a way to observe what's gone on, take the time to process what's gone on, but you can't 24 hours a day aggravate yourself, like arguing with the universe, why has this happened? You can't do that, because you will become unwell. As harsh and as weird as it is, life has to go on. You have to look after your 3D responsibilities, your house, your home. You might be someone that doesn't have other people relying on you, or you feel like they don't, but they would be really upset, your loved ones would be really upset to think that you're going to give up on yourself. They actually get a lot of well-being, a sense of well-being from you thriving and being happy and finding ways to be happy again. They will be extremely hurt, and they may become unwell if you give up on yourself. So if you don't do it for yourself, do it for other people. Use that as a driver to take care of yourself, because it says move on, someone is unavailable, a waste of time, it's over. So it's very clear to me that it's outside of your control. But there will be, the universe is definitely going to send you stuff that's going to be fantastic. You don't know what the universe has got in store for you, If this was some horrible, misfortune, the wheel will turn in your favour. It will be turned in your favour. I assure you of that. I hope this isn't your story, don't take it. It's to be claimed by people who it does resonate with. If it's not your story, please don't worry about it. I'm just thinking of a few people that I know this has happened to, and it's extremely difficult for them to accept, because when somebody chooses to break up with you, you can hate them, but if something bad happens where you feel like life has taken someone from you, or put them through a situation where they can't control their health, and they're in a huge decline, or they're having a poor quality of life, it's very, very difficult to move past that, because you try to reason why that would happen, or why things would be like that, but it's extremely unfortunate. But what it often does is change the nature and the dynamics of your bond with that person. So you might have love for them, but you might not necessarily be in love with each other, or be able to carry on your connection in the form that it was in. And everyone has to sort of adapt, don't they, to like what that new connection looks like. This feels like really heavy, though. If it's your story, like, that's really tough. Make sure you let people know how it's making you feel, and make sure that you find ways to have a break from, thinking about this. If you don't want to talk to friends and family about it, talk to a GP, or find online, like you've got the internet, find online other people who this has happened to, because it might be that you're struggling because a lot of people can't relate to what you're going through. If people can't relate to what you're going through, then you need to find people who have had that exact thing happen to them, or are going through it right now, and the internet's a great place to do that. It's a great place to do that. especially something like YouTube or TikTok, because you got like you know, within your small circle there might be people that they just haven't had that experience happen to them. But if you cast the net wider and you go global with the internet, of course you're going to find other people who are in this boat who, you know, and it will really help you and encourage you to see forward where this just feels dark, you know, dark as. I'm sorry about that, and I hope you feel better soon. That would be my main advice, is know that there is going to be happiness again, whether you believe that or not, there will be. And watch out for yourself, watch out for your emotions, don't spend too much time alone, and definitely get support from as many places as you can. I know some people turn to fundraising for the cause, and that they feel like they're being proactive, and you know, they're going to come into contact with people who've been through the same, and if that helps you, do it. But then it's like people take on the identity of, well, I raise awareness of this issue, and they kind of lose their own identity. So I would really think carefully about how much time you're going to devote to that, because you don't want to take on that as your identity. You were a person before all of this. You were a person before that. So get back to who you were and continue your personal development, because it could be that this is taking years to develop, or will go on for years if you are keeping yourself available for this person should they get better. That can go on for years, so you must not put your own life on hold. It doesn't serve anybody around you, least of all yourself, but your family will start to suffer as, you know, they care about you. They see you suffering and going downhill, or not, you know, continuing to explore your own personality, your own characteristics, your own future. You just become like an axis of like whatever this incident was, this life event that's been traumatic. You don't want that to become your identity, because it never was. That was never your identity. You don't have to pretend that it hasn't happened, but in a way, you do have to find a way to get your identity back. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, and I hope it's helpful to someone. Give the reading a like if it helped you. If it doesn't resonate with you, please don't worry about it. It's not productive. And check out my other videos, because there might be something that does resonate. Alright, thank you.